and the Man United have made some changes, right? They've got two new signings, Lenny Yolo and Joshua Zakwita. Yeah, and Sancho is back, and Van Nistelrooy is back. Right now he's working as an assistant manager. Right? Do you think that new signings fit the team? Lenny Yolo is injured, right?
Yeah, already. Do I think that they fit the team? I think that they're good players. So I mean, I think Xerxes good, but not like amazing. I think he's good. Like he was at Bayern Munich before. He was at Bayern Munich as a youth team player, and he was he had some decent appearances off the bench. But then they sold him to Bologna. So I don't know. Like, does that mean that he's kind of gone backwards to go forwards? It's not really much of a change, I suppose. He's decent, and Lenny Yoro's very talented, and a lot of people think that he's like one of those wonder kid defenders. You know the idea of wunderkind? There's no guarantee with that that's going to work. He's no experience in the Premier League. He's a good player, for sure. But does that mean we can catch up to Manchester City? I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah.
Xerxes. He's like a left wing forward. Where in the Euros you see where Cody Gakpo was playing in a left wing forward role. Yeah, he's like that player. Yeah, he's kind of like a reverse Salah. Like Salah plays off the right. So Xerxes is kind of more of a left operator player. But, again, but like he gives us options because he can play striker, which is good. But it's a good signing. I don't think it's an excellent signing.
Lenny Yolo is injured. Do you think they will need one more centre back, like De Ligt?
Well, that's one of those deals that I think makes sense for Bayern Munich. And so De Ligt has gone from being like a wonder kid at Ajax to like trying to become one of the best defenders in the world at Juventus, but really not working. And so getting sold to Bayern Munich, which is very much a lateral move. It's not like he was like linked with Real Madrid or Barcelona or like Manchester City or something. So I don't know. I mean, like, again, it's a lot of money for someone who's not really improved since Ajax, but at the same time, if he joins from Ajax and goes to Manchester United to work with Erik ten Hag, then he could see an improvement in his form. Well, it's a difficult thing, really.
Apparently, Man United has made a personal agreement with Mazraoui. He's also a Bayern Munich defender.
He would be brought into the team to try and help Anthony improve his form. So basically, it's like Ten Hag's just getting these Ajax team back together.
He likes Ajax players.
Do
you think it's too much? Like Ten Hag
a little bit
always try to get.
I think that might be one signing too many. It's like I think most Manchester United fans would be very happy that Matthijs de Ligt signed for Manchester United. I mean, only 5 years ago he was linked with us before he signed for Juventus. Really? Right? We were going to pay like 60 million or something for him, and he decided to go to Juventus. But I mean, it's not like that people have forgotten this situation. They know that he's a really good defender. But I don't know. I mean, the whole situation's a little messy. It always is.
I've seen some more transfer news, like Man United is interested in Ben Chilwell, Chelsea player. Also, they've signed with Chido Obi Martin. Do you know him? Like, very young, 16 years old.
You see, for people who really like football here, that's the best signing for some.
Really?
Chido Obi Martin. Because he's actually got like real potential, like to be like a very high level player, and we signed him for nothing.
He scored 10 goals in the under 16 match against Liverpool. 10 goals in one game. Of course, it's academy level, but
like there are a lot of players from London in particular are really good football players. Arsenal, I mean, this guy's a striker. Arsenal just don't play strikers now for some reason. They don't like it.
Because of their style.
They prefer someone to play the kind of Kai Havertz role, which is great, but it means that the wingers score more of the goals. They're wing forwards, they're inverted forwards. So I mean, it means that the goals are shared around the front. Whereas, ideally, Manchester United would want their main striker to be scoring the goals.
Maybe Van Nistelrooy will help him. He was great striker. So
you hope so. The window, so the transfer window closes in September the 1st.
Yeah.
So there's still time for teams to do deals, but most of the clubs have tried to do their business early this year because so many things are going on, like Euros. There's not much time to get training in squads. But it'll be interesting to see a few players move, probably.
Like I said, Sancho is back, and are you happy with his comeback? Or?
Yeah, I think we can leave it and say that it's happened. We all move on. We don't worry about it so much. It's okay. Jadon Sancho went on. If he plays in the right position, he's one of the best wide players in the world. But the problem is that it's more systems, I think. Right, so if you think about a Dortmund team, a standard Dortmund team, they play a kind of a 4-4-1-1. Does that make sense? That kind of position, right? So not that this means that they always stick to this situation. Obviously, teams change, right? And so Dortmund's team are basically 4 classical defenders, 2 deep line midfield players, 2 wide players, and then a creative attacker and a striker. And that's Dortmund's style, right? That means Jadon Sancho is playing quite deep, and that's his starting position, usually on the left. And it's not a system that Manchester United play. We play something that's akin to a kind of 4-2-3-1 every time. And there's a nuance in the structure because it means that the 2 wing forwards start much higher up the pitch. So Jadon Sancho's use of the ball time is much shorter. It's only so if you imagine that this is the pitch, right? So when he's at Dortmund, he's got that much pitch to use. But when he's at Manchester United, he's got that much. He's just not as effective. His game is to run from deep.
Right.
It's something that's going to be difficult to work out. You almost have to change system and say, okay, we need to play a right midfielder for it to work. You have to switch to a kind of almost a 4-4-1-1 to get the best out of Jadon Sancho. When you play the 4-2-3-1, so the 2 wide forwards, that's Rashford and that's Garnacho. Well, those 2 players' mentality is run into the box, right? But if one of them goes wide, they kind of split like this angle. So one of them goes straight wide like that, and the other one kind of drills for the box. Right, so it becomes as kind of 2 strikers if that guy's a winger, and the opposite on the other flank. So if this guy goes wide to the box and this guy goes for the
so Sancho can move that way, like that.
Sancho's issue is that he wants to get the ball here, right? So Manchester United's main attacking players are up here somewhere. Sancho wants to get the ball here, and his idea is to go either this way or this way, and create space in this zone of the pitch. Like the midfield area, right, is where Sancho is really good. So when you see Sancho doing these amazing dribbles, he's usually doing them near to the halfway line, not towards the opposition box.
What system is the best for Man United?
I think we've got to try and look to play a 3-man midfield. 4-3-3 would be best for us.
In the midfield, Manu, Bruno.
Yeah, so I think Bruno's got to drop a bit deeper, so that would be Manu, Bruno, and at the moment it would be Casemiro. But also Scott McTominay could do that role. But I mean, ideally, you want a long-term replacement who can play as the main central midfielder for Casemiro.
But Mason Mount looked good at pre-season.
And this is one of the great things about pre-season is that you don't know until you can work on the systems. Manchester United have still got a lot of great players. There is a system that could work for us in this team, right? So maybe it will work. We'll see.